The Nasdaq just logged week 10 of a 9-week winning streak, and that exhaustion count is fully loaded right at the highs. Divergences are stacking fast underneath. Stay through the end because we close out on SignalFinder Pro's #1 ranked ETF and stock from today's best of best. SPX closed up just over 0.25%, and Nasdaq added 0.42%, both at record highs, both flashing caution signals under the surface. SPX daily is on 7,599.96 of a 9-count exhaustion signal, and RSI plus the momentum oscillator are printing lower highs while price climbs. The chart and the momentum story aren't lined up. Breadth is lagging, and junk bonds aren't confirming the move. SPY's weekly expected range goes from 758.54 on the downside to 752.73 at the top. That's your map for the week. The dollar is holding near 99.15, and the 10-year yield sits at 4.46%. Right at the fault line where the rate cut camp and the higher for longer crowd are at each other's throats. Here's what makes this uncomfortable. The 30-year Treasury hit 5.16%, a level not seen since before the financial crisis, and TLT broke through $84 support. U.S. interest expense is now 20% of total tax revenue, the highest since the 1990s. The bond market is sending a message that stocks haven't priced in yet. Crude oil spiked above $109 a barrel on Iran tension before pulling back to $135.5. That geopolitical premium has driven oil up 80% year-to-date, making energy the clear standout sector right now. XLE has cleared prior resistance, and USO posted a fresh year-to-date high on the back of it. One thing to keep in mind, crude's underlying trend structure still shows a series of lower lows beneath that Iran spike. The catalyst is real, but there's a structural story underneath it that doesn't match the move. Gold keeps knocking on 411.26 and keeps getting turned away. It's been sitting in that resistance zone and can't close above it. Copper absorbed a sharp late-week pullback and the bullish structure held, which is the encouraging piece. Silver is a different situation. Prices are still elevated, but the momentum behind it is fading, and the chart and the story aren't in agreement. Metals aren't moving as one block right now, so watch which one resolves first. Taiwan is running. EWT is up 61% year-to-date on AI infrastructure demand, and Japan is tracking close behind, as Asia leads the global leaderboard. European equities are sitting under geopolitical weight and lagging the rest of the world. It's a clean geographic split. East is in front, West is stuck. That's the backdrop that pushed EWT to the top of SignalFinder Pro's best of best today, and we'll pull it up shortly. Bitcoin is near 70,000, 96.96, but the technical picture is telling a bearish story. A death cross of the 50 and 200 MAs on the 4-hour chart, a broken rising wedge, and weekly momentum that just flipped back bearish. It's more than 1.72% below the 200-day MA, with no technical evidence of a bottom forming anywhere on the chart. A weekly head and shoulders pattern has a measured target around $27,000 if the neckline gives way. ETF flows are split, but the price structure isn't giving bulls much to stand on right now. SignalFinder Pro's best of best filtered 58 symbols down to today's ranked shortlist. These are the names passing every check the system runs right now. XLK holds the 195.76. XLE comes in second, and we've got one ETF and one stock ranked #1. Here's what the shortlist looks like. Technology is the 195.76 ranked sector. XLK at the top with a leading signal. Energy follows at 57.3, with XLE also showing a leading signal. Industrials rounds out at 172.4 with XLI, but it's in a lagging state, so the strength isn't broad yet. Tech and energy are the two names with real signal strength behind them right now. EWT, the iShares MSCI Taiwan ETF, is SignalFinder Pro's top-ranked ETF from today's best of best. Taiwan's been one of the strongest stories all year, up 61% year-to-date on AI infrastructure demand, and EWT's best of best move clocks in at plus 3.54%. Pull up the signal state inside SignalFinder Pro to see the full setup. That's where it lives. EWT is the system's 106.42 ETF for this session. Number 1 on the stock side is FTNT, Fortinet, the cybersecurity name. The best of best move on FTNT is plus 6.65%, and it's ranked 147.14 out of the full shortlist. Cybersecurity sitting at the top of a tech-led session makes sense, given how today played out. Check the signal state in SignalFinder Pro yourself to see the full picture. FTNT is the 147.14 stock for this session. Quick recap. Indexes are at record highs, but exhaustion signals and divergences are stacked on both SPX and NASDAQ. The 30-year yield hit 5.16%, and TLT broke $84 support. The bond market is flagging fiscal stress. Energy is the standout on the board, with oil up 80% year-to-date. Crypto is technically broken near 70,000, 96.96, with a measured target much lower if the structure doesn't hold. SignalFinder Pro's top picks today: EWT for ETFS, FTNT for stocks. And remember, this is educational content, not financial advice. Do your own analysis.